I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I'm so cold-blooded. I fear nobody, I fear nobody. I walk like a champion.
Yeah, I think we gotta go. We gotta go to anime after that.
Yeah. Speaking of no pause.
All right, so we're going into anime book club, guys. Which is dope because this is now our first part of our new show, and it's the first show that we've had that none of us have seen. So we did the original Berserk, which I was wrong. It's not on Crunchyroll or Funimation or Hulu, any of that. So definitely go find it. Find that 1997 one because that's one we're watching, the original. It's on Kiss Anime. It's on Go Anime. It's on wherever online shit's most likely illegal. Yeah, don't watch the new shit. But yeah, so we watch episodes 1 through 3, and what's cool is now you guys can run this shit because ain't none of us have seen it.
So I'll give y'all a rundown of the first episode. So basically, what was going down is it's like a very like bleak scene, and it starts off in this fucking bar, and you know, mind you, every week we
Spoilers ahead, guys.
Yes, 1,000% spoilers ahead. Yes, mind you, every week we tell y'all tip y'all bartenders, but yeah, man, it's people chilling in the bar, whatever, and they start talking about some dude basically and like how like shit was better before this dude came along.
Mhm.
And next thing you know, all these people come up in the bar making mad ruckus with this girl, throw her to the ground, whatever. They dudes ran out, you know, they paid for their check and some coins. They ain't said they bartender. They corny for that, but you know what? I ain't mad at them. You know, they was fearing for their life. And you know, these dudes was in there making a ruckus. Basically, disrespecting this girl. Nobody was really defending her. They was feeding for her to spill something on some wine on the table, and they made her like lick it up. Next thing you know, boom! Out of that, next thing you know, some dude throw an arrow at some dude's head, dies off rip.
He threw it,
or like whatever the fuck he did. He might have pressed a button and then that shit went
he
off.
shot it. English words.
Threw it, shot it, fired it. He did whatever the fuck, and that shit hit him, went right through that man's skull. And he basically, long story short fight. He made light work out of all of them dudes. Last dude, he threw a thing in his arm, chest area, went up to him, stepped on it, and he was like, "Yo, tell your leader, yo, I need to speak to him," type shit. Otherwise, it's clip. And yeah, that was basically that part of the episode. Then we, you know, moreover, we learned that he's a black swordsman, and I'll refer to him as find out what his real name is. Black swordsman, basically, he eventually where it gets back to the dude's boss, and you know, the dude's boss comes out with all these people on horses and shit.
Motherfucking Cobra Kai.
Yeah, facts. And now they're terrorizing the townspeople, which wasn't really. And
bro, the dude basically went, "Oh, this black swordsman here, huh?
Yeah, so we gonna
more?
fucking
You want more? I'm gonna give him more."
Yeah,
Fuck all these townspeople.
Yep. And then the black swordsman came out after they trying to terrorize all the townspeople. Yo, he was really cutting niggas in half. And mind you, in the bar, he cut one of the dudes in half. And then
with his big ass sword,
he cut 2 dudes in half, including the horses. These dudes were on horses, if y'all didn't know. So then,
sword mad large.
Yeah, and mind you, his sword is about the size of you know, Mandingo. His shit is big. Pause. But yeah,
what?
But
Excuse me?
basically,
What's going on over here?
I was like,
what's going on over there? What's going on? Yo, this guy is wild.
I'm about to say, I said Mandingo, and JT woke right up. He was like, huh? But yeah.
Said he got the Wesley Pipes sword. This is crazy.
Oh, bruh. All right. Anyhow, so yeah, Sword was
what's his
and
name? Was it Prince something?
Sure, whatever.
We're in the Timbs,
right?
We're in the Timbs.
oh god,
This nigga be wearing Timbs in the shower. This shit's crazy.
Oh no.
yep. And basically, what was going on is he was about to he was bodying all the soldiers and shit, and then the one dude pulled up on him, and then they was mixing. This is the dude that's the leader of all of these people, and
Cobra
then he was
Kai.
like, yeah, that guy, Cobra Kai. And basically, he was like, "Yeah, human can't beat me." Then he went full out snake mode. Like I was getting real Orochimaru vibes from this dude, and I was like, "Yo, all right, bet." And then they mixing, and eventually, the like, and you know, like how anime villains be, they'd be talking for mad long before they actually like body somebody, and that's what happened. He was talking his shit. He was really talking his shit. He was like, "Yo, like." You're a human, you're terrible, this, that, and the third. Gave him a perfect opportunity to come up and bust his ass. Cause he got up, hit him, grabbed his sword, sliced him a couple times, sliced him in half basically. And then he got his little sword arrow thingy and started shooting him.
Boy, it is a crossbow. You don't know what a crossbow.
It's a crossbow.
It is a
it's
repeating crossbow. They said it in the beginning of the first episode when the dude came back to the house.
Were you watching the sub? Were you watching the sub or the dub?
Sub, always.
I was watching the sub too.
Repeating crossbow.
All right.
And I was
John.
doing.
All right, John. So you could have told me that when I said it the first time, but you know,
You ain't know what a crossbow was, dog?
I know what a crossbow is, but that shit was on his arm. That shit was on his arm. That's not a traditional fucking crossbow. It's not. But anyways, yeah, he was torturing him and shooting him. But yeah, that was episode 1, and then we get to the
also he got
flashback.
this brand shit on his neck.
Oh damn it! I skipped that. Yeah, that was a very important part. Yeah, he has his brand shit on his neck, and it's like the brand. It controls his pain, his fear, like everything.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll find out more about that brand later on. But yeah, he ended up torturing the dude, and we get to the flashback, which happens in episode 2. One of y'all can talk about it.
I don't want to do too much summary in these two because I'm gonna just cover do like a little joint summary.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, so basically in these 2 episodes, we find out kind of who this person is. We find out his name is Guts, and it seems like again, none of us seen this. I don't know where this is going, this series, but right now I don't know if this is going to be one of those where we get a taste in the first episode, and then the season is going to be figuring out how he got to that point. You know, like watching his whole backstory, and then maybe the last couple episodes is going to be him going back to that moment. But basically, he was this young ass mercenary who had something happen to him where I guess he killed someone that he didn't want to. So he's kind of traumatized, but he's super strong, carries this giant sword, and ends up taking down some other mercenary who was a problem and building, like, you know, kind of making his name. Then this group of mercenaries, one of them decides to try and attack him because they were like, yo, he's got a lot of money now for taking out that other dude. And he gives some people to work, and then the leader ends up taking him down and basically recruits him. Well, tries to recruit him, and he's just like reads him like a book and tells him, he's like, you fight mad reckless because you don't think you should be alive, so you're trying to see how far you can push yourself and see if someone can actually kill you. He's like, you don't know me, man. You don't know my story. He's like, but you know, I basically told you like it is. So that happens, and then he challenges him to a duel, and he's like, well, if I lose, I'll, you know, you can do whatever you want, and do what you want with my body. And the pretty dude, shout out to my son Griffith, is a problem, and cooked him, and he was like, yo, I respect that you fight mad hard, and now since I beat you, I am making you one of my making you part of my group now. And basically they go on to do a job where they're a group of mercenaries, a famous group of mercenaries, and they go into a job, and he gets put like he trusts him early on, and he has to go, do his thing and get some responsibility put on him early that some people are still a little suspect about, and he does it well. And it seems like he's now gaining a family that he never had before. So it gets that beginning thing. Yeah, and also just main characters so far. So you have Guts, the dude we were talking about, Griffith, the leader of this mercenary group. What's her name? Vasca, female mercenary who gave up womanhood.
Casca.
Yeah. There you go. And was kind of bitter because she had to go warm his body when he first got cooked in the duel, so he didn't die. So she was like, "Yo, why'd they make me do this? So I gave my womanhood to be a mercenary." And I'm assuming that's going to be some sort of love interest. But yeah, that's basically like the summary of those 2 episodes in a nutshell. It's a little slow. All right, I'll let you guys go first on what do you guys think of these 3 episodes, and guesses and all that good stuff.
Well, I spoke already, so I want to hear from my friend Jen.
Okay. Can we? Did anybody else notice in episode 1 how one of the guys that got beat up by Guts, his name was Gamaru? Haha.
Yeah, you thought of Gamaru? Yeah. It's a great thing that it's a great thing that he's out the series early.
That's crazy. Damn. Also, like, so there's just like big lizard people just running around. I mean, I'm assuming the series is going to dive into that later. But the king, the king that took over is a snake person and all that.
Well, did you hear he's an apostle?
Yeah, whatever that means.
Yeah, so I guess just people who are considered apostles have these extra powers like that. That's my assumption.
Notice in animes that there's a lot of like biblical stuff that doesn't really do with biblical stuff. Like I guess in like the modern, like in the I guess the conventional sense.
Yeah,
because we had
to a degree.
I feel like it's because you're used to only hearing those words in relation to biblical things instead of just based off the definition of the word.
Like apostle, high priest.
That should be in their everyday vocabulary.
Yeah.
Word. That was wild though when old dude was getting his body warmed up by Casca. I was confused. I was like, "The hell? Who is this person?
Yeah, where did she come from?" This is supposed to be a dark adult anime, but I don't know what he's about to get into.
Is this like I thought it was a flashback, honestly, to like I thought she was like somebody he knew in like the before time. And I was like, dang, that must be the love interest that he's like maybe avenging or something like that. But yeah, Griffith's a bad dude, man. You pretty boy, but you're a bad dude. Man stood on it. Man, now the craziest thing was when he stood on his sword during the battle. I was like, dang.
Someone was like, so what you gonna do now? Can't use your sword.
Yeah, and my man's really bit that shit. Like, what?
Yeah. That shit was funny where he punched him. He was like, yeah, probably never got punched in the face. And then he was like,
little do you know.
My son really went, he was like, yo, give up or I'm gonna pop your shoulder out.
Put him in the arm bar.
All right.
He was like, tap.
Real quick.
Tap.
He did the Ronda Rousey before Ronda Rousey got ass. Sucks. Yeah, my man's really was on some like Kurama shit from Yu Yu Hakusho. Like he was just on some pretty boy, but I'm really good in real life.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Do that.
Yo, it's man, look, I don't know what the hell wrong with Casca, but she need to get over herself. I understand like there's definitely like I guess the romance part's gonna come later. Yeah. But I just think, you know what it is? I kind of picked up the vibe. Like Griffith is this like great fighter, right? And I'm assuming he must have saved Casca at some point in the before time or like before this. Or something, because she sees him in such high favor, and the fact that this new person is coming in and basically taking her spot as like the number 2. Yeah, Griffith.
Oh, okay. I was mad confused. I was like, what are you saying? I was like, they just met.
Right. Yeah. She kind of like being in the shadows, like, wow, she really must trust him a lot. And remember, even when she sent it, when a Griffith sent him to be like the rear end of the cascade. Well, not cascade, but of the like the
the platoon. Yeah. He was the rear guard.
Rear guard of the thing, and then he was buying all those people. He was like, wow, like he ran out alive. Like
even the one dude was like, "Yo, I don't even have to kill him anymore."
Or everybody
Like,
thought he was a goner. He was like, "Damn, it's a suicide mission," and she was like, "Nah, I see what's really going on. He values him. He knows how important that back person is." Like,
yeah, he was like, "Yo," he gave him a real responsibility. Like, he's not just doing no dumb shit.
yeah, she feeling some type of way because she was the second best fighter, and now she's not. Now she's number 3. Sick.
damn.
My son Guts has a problem.
She
Yeah,
gets wearing
Guts
those
is
big
tough.
ass boots.
All right. So my thing, I don't like. I like that I don't know where this is going. Like, I have the general, love interest. We're gonna see what turned him into, how he got the mark, all this stuff that happens. Obviously, that's where all things are pointing to, because it has to be pointing to the first episode. But right now I have no idea. It's just like, all right, my thing. Well, I guess I do have an idea if it's gonna be him building a relationship and learning what it's like to have a family and all that good shit, because it seems like he was like stereotypical orphan, all that stuff. I'm really waiting on the thing that I don't know is what is it going to be that makes this series so amazing, because I just hear so much about it. Like in ReZero, it's the fact that you never really know what's going to happen next, and probably like the foil, of the main characters. In what do we watch second? In Konosuba, it's the comedy. In Slime, it's a little bit of everything. It's like the storytelling, plot progression, things like. But it's like
It's the titties. Let's be honest.
Oh my god.
But like what is it? What is it going to be in this? That makes this like animation show, because obviously you're like, if you watch anime and you watch enough anime, you know that most animes take a couple episodes to really get into it. It's usually around 5 episodes to really get into it. So I'm hoping that by next week I'll have a better idea. But I do think it's cool so far. Like the whole premise seems kind of like the first episode seemed kind of post-apocalyptic. It's kind of the vibes I got. Yeah, and I just have like a lot of questions right now.
Well, I guess like one of the main question that you just asked, I guess we can talk about. Like, what do y'all think would be that reason why it gets good? I mean, I guess y'all don't really have an answer now, but
I think that I think that the show's got to have some like good ass message or some shit. I think that's what it's gonna be. Like, how Avatar was about like global warming.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's gonna have some good ass message that like lingers with people. But I don't know if it's gonna be like a global message or just one of those like what's the word I'm looking for? Is it a motif? Like one of those like it's just like a overarching theme that's usually a
That's like
is it a moral? I'm trying to think.
Moral. Yes, moral is the word. Nah, I get it. Well, personally, I don't know. I think that what I can see going on in this is just character development. I mean, we saw a lot of character development, and I think ReZero is probably the one series where we saw the most of it. But I think that if it's set up perfectly, just the way that Guts is, he's very like
Also, I think the names, they could have picked a better name than Guts. Like,
yeah, I know. I'm just referring to him as a black.
That's what he has.
I think it's just because it's an old anime.
How obvious? Well, yeah, it is an old anime. But yeah, like I don't know, something's up. But yeah, I think the character development is kind of just set up because he's kind of like rebellious and his attitude kind of sucks, and that's that could change. And the one thing that I've learned about animes when it comes to swordsmen is that all swordsmen have a code, and I guess we're gonna find out what exactly his code.
I like
His
that.
code, yeah. So I think what we gonna find out about um Guts Black Swordsman is that what his code is, why he does the things that he does, who he's trying to protect, and why he's trying to protect the people that he's trying to protect. So that's my take, Justin.
Well, I don't know. It's interesting. There's a lot of ways this anime can go. I like your take on the whole code thing. I also like
Yeah,
I want to see the development of him, because the first episode is him as basically like as an adult. Like I guess that's the finished product, and then the next two. I'm assuming I guess maybe the season 1 takes us on the journey of him getting to that point. Because you can notice, like even like in episode 1, he's like mad yoked up, looking like Zion, but in episodes 2 and 3, he's looking like a little bit more built Brandon Ingram. So it's expect from this, because even the first episode I was like, I don't know about it. Second episode I was like, all right, I can see where it's going.
Mhm.
I also wanted to
I
see
like the characters so far, though.
the characters are good. I liked it. It's a lot. You know what's different? The fighting, in terms of like, you can tell it's old because of how like the blood splats out and like the cuts and things like that.
Yeah.
Like that's different.
They
But
do a lot of off-screen shit too, which bothers the fuck out of me, man. Oh
That's the
my
characters.
god.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
like he'll swing his sword and you don't even know what happens, and all of a sudden the person's like split in half.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like,
exactly.
when did he do that? Like, I mean, I get swordsman's supposed to be fast, but like, damn.
yeah.
But Griffith plays a role in him because I don't know if you guys noticed in episode 1 when he's going through his like demon spell, when you first kind of see the mark on him, he's yelling out the name Griffith. So that should be interesting to see. And I also want to know what those little like necklaces, medallions, whatever they are. That
The ones that that are showed in the intro, and the one that was on the lizard dude
yeah,
in the beginning. Yep.
All right,
it's
so
almost
my
like
guess for that would be like maybe it's just something that's like a sign of being an apostle, since this a black swordsman's supposed to be the enemy of the apostles. So maybe it's just how you know, because I didn't even notice that.
Griffith has one too,
I said what I said,
like that. That's crazy.
right?
Also, there's gonna come a point where Cass is gonna have to get saved by Guts. She's gonna be so sick about it. She's like, I could have handled that. And Guts is gonna be like, bitch, no, you couldn't have, because you would have
No,
died.
I feel like she's gonna become cool with him because Griffith trusts him.
Yep.
Also, she's black, right? We're settling on that.
Oh, she has to be black. She has to be black.
We're going either black or Indian.
There's no way that her lips are that pronounced without her being black.
I have not even looked
She
at
could
that
be
yet.
Spanish. Look at the hair texture.
You know that Pokemon Jinx.
Well, just old animes tend to be racist when it comes to stuff like that.
The Negro Pokemon.
Yes, exactly, and that's why I'm saying it's like, yo, the way that her lip, like she's mad brown and her lips are mad pink. Like, yeah, she's black, bro.
She reminds me of the girl. She reminds me of the girl from Totally Spies,
bro.
Oh, I know you're talking about the girl with the bob cut. Yes, Justin.
Yeah, the Indian girl. Yeah, that's who she reminds me of.
That was a deep cut right there. Totally Spies.
Wow.
You know the vibes.
Yeah. Wow. Most of y'all probably don't even know that.
You
But
youngins.
you know what?
You know it's wild that we have deep cuts like that at our age.
Yeah.
Are we getting old?
Never getting old. I'm always gonna look young.
Yeah, you
look
always
like a
gonna look
fucking
young,
child.
and you're also gonna be the oldest person on this podcast.
Well,
Always.
I'm gonna be 50 years old, looking like I'm 30. It's gonna be lit.
Crazy. Shout out to May coming soon. 2 birthdays in this podcast. Yes, sir.
You know what we got to do for May?
What?
We got to go out as a podcast and also record together as a podcast.
Yeah, I think we can do that in May as a celebration of Justin and myself.
I like that.
You don't think we can go out together?
Oh, we definitely can go out together. Oh, we definitely can go out together.
That was the first thing I said.
Oh, it was? I mean,
yeah, I don't know about that. But I was like, all right.
I have come to grow fond of you. So
yes, John. John, you're one of my John, you're one of my best friends. And Justin, I value you very, very. I value you too.
Value you too.
yeah, I got like 4 nicknames just from you guys alone. I was just JT before.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Joe, JT he spent a good amount of time with us in Towers. Some good times.
Yes, nah, he did.
Many a trip to Fresh Grocer.
Yeah, great times. Yo, for the people that actually listen to the podcast, fun story. JT, in fact, was of the group that we were cool with. He was actually the least close with John and myself. He was more cool with our other roommate James,
Yeah.
and that was really his guy. Not a knock on Justin, but James and JT, they were butt buddies.
Yeah.
Kind of like
wow, said that's not a block on them, and then it goes to butt buddies. That's crazy.
It was definitely because
all
they were
right.
the shortest out of the five of us who hung out in the dorm. So
It's all right. It's all good. Because
That's
me and
jump
John
shot.
would be chilling, doing whatever. John would be watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and I'll be in the room doing whatever.
I'll be watching
And
a
then
lot.
yeah, and then JT and James. Sorry, it's a lot of J names. We'll be
Yeah.
doing whatever. But yeah, shout out James. I love
We're
you,
just
man. I
weird like
gotta
that. We play Xbox sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I haven't spoken to him in a minute.
Yeah, that's a fact. Hopefully, y'all are PS4 people, the people that listen to here, because the Xbox shit, it's like I know John and Justin have both that. So it's like, all right, whatever. Y'all do y'all thing. But man, since PS3, it's like, damn, once I realized I had to pay for internet, I was like, But then we got hacked for that good amount of time. That shit was ass. That shit
I remember
sucked.
that.
Oh my god. Damn, that shit was ass, bro. I hated when
We're
we got hacked.
sick.
Mm-hmm. Well,
That shit
the
sucked.
next Xbox is supposed to be super, super fire. So
Yeah, I mean it's dope though because I feel like PS5 and then the next Xbox is about to drop is about to be compatible like across all platforms. So it's like, it's all good.
nah,
I can
Xbox
play.
exclusive is gonna be fucking great. Can't wait
Yeah.
till Cyberpunk comes out, bro.
Shout out Halo for the niggas that still play Halo.
Yeah, I guess that basically wraps it up for this anime book club. It's usually short whenever we start a new show. Cause that's another thing I noticed. I guess coming from Slime, where they did so much, like such a good job that I always said, and like they do a lot of establishing the setting. The setting has not been established at all in the show.
Yeah, we do not
Like
know the
at
vibes.
all. We nothing about the world around us other than there's wars and like mercenaries and lords and shit. So it might be medieval. It might be, I don't know. But as I was saying, I guess that'll pretty much wrap up our anime book club this week. So for next week, we're just gonna keep going with these 3 episodes. Just gonna rock with that for a bit. So another 3 episodes of Berserk. Remember, it's the 1997 version. As JT put it, it should look like Japanese He-Man.
Man or Thundercats.
Okay, yeah. Like literally, like if that's how I noticed. I was watching as soon as the episode started. I was like, this art style's too new. So make sure you're watching that original '97 Berserk. It's BERSERK because I'd be forgetting that R in the beginning. But yeah, go check that out. I'm watching it on Go Anime right now, and follow us on everything. You know the vibes. Saratobi Sports out there. Outside of last week's snafu, but yeah, episodes would be consistently at y'all Thursday mornings at around 9:00. So I have that set up for you guys. And follow me at Offended Narwhal. All right, guys. Anyone?
Oh, when you said all right, guys, I thought you were talking to the people. But yeah, man, love is love. I'll see y'all next week.
You guys already know what the deal is. J_Thomas_24. Your local bartenders. Don't pay for OnlyFans. You can get that shit online for free.
The black web.
Yeah, the black web. Make sure your browser is in an incognito mode. Delete cookies, all that other good stuff. And
Nah, don't pay for OnlyFans is wild.
It's true. Who the heck is out here paying? What type of?
Nah, it was just like that's just.
Bro, I'm just
people
saying,
trying to pay for college, dog.
Yeah, I'm about to say sometimes you gotta support them people, bro.
Trying to pay for college, though.
I don't have money for college, so why am I giving it to other people?
Wow. See,
maybe you should have made OnlyFans.
Crabs in a barrel. That is me. I don't care.
Maybe you should have made an OnlyFans.
Oh, John, maybe I will. and I'll
Do what you gotta do, man.
I'll attach it to this podcast.
Hey, do what you gotta do, man. Just
The
as
Saratobi
CBS
Sports Saratobi Sports under OnlyFans.
Oh
Hey,
God.
yo.
And this
Oh,
is what
no.
this is what you did, John. This is your fault.
This is not the content that I would wish to sell to the people.
Hello? Excuse me, CBS?
Yeah, go get CBS. Tell them I'm
Here's
here.
the thing. If you ever want an anchor job, Justin, this is blackmail right now.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh well. I
I
thought the
think
Uncle
I think
Justin
we low-key have enough blackmail.
the 27th
This-
episode we don't air is the blackmail enough.
You. You.
Getting all the way up to that. But you know, good thing we can all just cut this out. But yeah, everybody have a good night, and yeah, peace be with you. Baby Yoda for the win.
All right, we'll talk to y'all next week.
This is fake. They're trying to get me out of here.
I got ice in my veins. Walk like a champion, champion, champion. I'm so cold-blooded, I fear nobody. Ain't no letting down, I won't let you down. 'Cause I got ice in my veins. I talk like a champion, like a champion.